Let's continue on with our burst energy system, you guys. Our burst is our power energy system, right? We're going to get into it with some of this power. It's a little bit different. Again, our sets start to decline. Our intensity starts to go way, way up. Our turnover, our plyometrics, our fewer rep counts. Our intensity and weight load, as you'll see in a second, start to go way up. We're looking for maximum BPMs and heart rates at the end of the day. Our sets, definitely, right? We're looking for a huge percentage of our max heart rate to be there. RPEs need to be at 9s. Our work is so intense that we need a 4 times rest ratio, which is mostly active, so a big AR. And our time under tension, about 20 seconds to 45. Right? Our rep counts can be very low, about 4 or 5 times. And I'm just going to take you through one. I'll just show you one example of power. We do our split stance back squat with heavy load, kettlebell flow 1 and 2, and some technical floor pressing. All right? Here, I engage with the deadlifts. So I'm going to go with 30, 45, 90s, where 30 is power. And then in that 30 seconds, or 45, right? In this case, it is 30. I want to go for it. I can do heavy something. I can do kettlebell snatches. I can do wind sprints. But here I'm working the deadlifts because I'm looking to work the legs. I'm looking to exact as much type 2X muscle tissue as possible. And I'm looking to push that heart rate up. Here I'd like to get off a minimum of 45 seconds worth of work. So I start with doing as many presses and then counting down from there. I do the step out press. This time I'm making it a little bit harder by swinging in between. This serves as a recovery to the lower rep count, higher intensity deadlifts that I did, right? Now I'm going to work floor presses, which again is a nice unilateral move that teaches us how to work one side of the body and let the opposite side relax. So those last two are upper body, but I do call this lower body focus because we did overload on the deadlifts. So whatever our power is for the day, we are very much going to overload that. Now for floor press, what I do is I just kind of switch sides and I press off the floor. One side relaxes, the other side contracts. Now we're going to work the upper body. Pull-ups. We're going to shoot for 30 seconds of pull-ups. Again, we're looking to drive that heart rate as high as we can. That's why if we're doing 30 seconds, we want it to be very intense. We want it to be challenging. We're not going to do a jump rope for 30 seconds and call that power. Okay? Clapping push-ups, double unders, clean and press. Then smartly what we'll do is we'll work some more specificity. So now we're going to do kettlebell flow number 6 right here. Right? To allow our low body to recover. But also still staying very active. Right? Depending on the needs of our competitors, these kettlebell flows really, they keep the heart rate elevated. They even push it up higher. You can incorporate power and you're doing multiple energy systems. It makes for a great AR sometimes too, especially if you lighten the weight. My variation on kettlebell flow number 6 is going to bring me into 45 seconds. Now I go for my 90. My 90 is going to be my partial get up. So the Turkish get up, the TGU, has a middle portion where you flip your hips underneath the body in order to get yourself into a position. Well, all we're going to do is subtract that part out and work through it right here. Staying active, typically I want for the 90-second portion of the power day to be body weight focused. In the last 2, we were able to work with kettlebells instead. But this is a great way of doing both. Okay, this is body weight oriented, body weight centric, even though we are using our kettlebell. And again, this is something that we can continue to do. If I wanted to, I could probably try to do this for another minute and a half. That's why we have the kettlebell, so that that doesn't turn into a minute and a half of work. It's still very challenging to get through 90 seconds of. All about managing the time under tension and adding appropriate smart load, not doing too heavy when we have to go light and vice versa. Nice. That's a 2-minute, 45-second round. We can do all kinds of stuff, right? As a variation if we wanted to. You can do plyometrics. You can do kettlebell snatches, muscle ups, lots of stuff. But it's important that we stick with our 30 by 45 by 90s in order to really enhance that. Maybe we can even move this to 45 sometimes, which I often do. Did a lot with Chris. Remember, the intensities are relative. They're based on what we need and what we can do. All right?